Hello and welcome to the Microlite BackupEDGE video training series. The training series is designed to help you understand and get the most out of BackupEDGE. This lesson introduces the technology required for configuring Microlite BackupEDGE to store data using Wasabi hot cloud storage. Before continuing with this lesson, we recommend that you view part 1 of our S3CLOUD resources videos entitled Using BackupEDGE S3CLOUD Resources with Amazon Simple Storage Service Lesson 1. This lesson introduces the technology required for configuring Microlite BackupEDGE to store data using S3 compatible services. That terminology is used throughout this lesson, so it is important to watch it first. Additionally, the BackupEDGE user guide found on the Microlite website contains a full section on using BackupEDGE with Wasabi hot cloud storage. Wasabi Technologies was founded by the original co-founders of Carbonite. Their hot cloud storage service sells online storage or cloud storage at a pricing model conducive to services that read a lot of data like BackupEDGE. Wasabi hot cloud storage is fully compatible with BackupEDGE S3CLOUD resources. At the time this video was created, Wasabi had 3 storage regions: on the US East Coast, on the US West Coast, and in Europe. Before attempting to use BackupEDGE with Wasabi, remember that on the server side you'll need functioning DNS, accurate time, and of course a valid Wasabi billing account, which we'll call a root account. Using BackupEDGE with Wasabi hot cloud storage first requires initial setup actions to be taken on the Wasabi side. While logged into the Wasabi console, the root account holder creates a uniquely named bucket in the region they'd like to use, creates a user, which generates an account key ID and a secret key ID for that user, creates a policy for the user allowing and/or limiting access to the bucket. This lesson will use the default full access policy. Then, BackupEDGE may be configured through Edge menu. While logged into Edge menu, the administrator creates a new S3CLOUD resource, providing the bucket name, a unique directory name within the bucket for backups, the access key ID, the secret key ID, the endpoint address of the region where the bucket was created, the standard quota and compression level information. After creating the S3CLOUD resource, the user selects the S3CLOUD resource as the default resource in Edge menu, initializes the S3CLOUD resource, and optionally edits the default or other backup schedules and adds the S3CLOUD resource. Let's go to live training. Please note that although there is a full graphical and web-based user interface available for BackupEDGE, we'll be using the character interface as it is more readable on training videos. In a web browser, we'll browse to the Wasabi storage console at console.wasabisys.com. We'll enter the account name for the root account, and we'll enter the password for the root account to log in. As there are no buckets currently created, we'll have to create our first storage bucket in the account. Click on Create Bucket. Type in a bucket name. Although the name can be anything you desire, we like to default the bucket name to be BackupEDGE, followed by the region that we're storing the bucket in. Then click Select Region and choose the US East 1 region and click Next. We're using all of the default capabilities, so just click Next and create the bucket. That was it. The bucket is now created. Now let's create a user. Click on IAM, or Identity and Access Management. Click on Users, click on Create User, and type the username. We're going to use the username BackupEDGE. This is a programmatic user in that BackupEDGE will be automatically interfacing with this account. Click Next. You can optionally create a group to attach the user to, but we don't need to use groups in BackupEDGE, so we'll just click Next. We now need to create a policy for accessing this user, and we're going to choose the access policy known as Wasabi Full Access. Click on Wasabi Full Access and click Next. Then click Create User to create the user account. At this point, you'll see an access key, and if you click on Show, a secret key. These are the credentials for putting into BackupEDGE to access this account. After leaving this screen, you'll no longer be able to see these, so either copy and paste these to an account or click on Download CSV and download these to a file for later use. We'll click on Download CSV and save it to a file. Next, we'll click on Close, and the account BackupEDGE has been created with the credentials and the policy that we've assigned it. That's all we need to do. So at this point, you can click the menu bar and log out of Wasabi. Now, let's create an S3CLOUD resource in BackupEDGE. In Edge menu, we'll go to Admin, Define Resources, New, choose S3CLOUD Storage, and either assign a name or leave the default of S3CLOUD 0 as the resource name. Hit Next, and we're ready to create the resource. All we need to do is to create a directory, and for directories, we like to default to the schedule name, which in BackupEDGE is called simple_job. Choose the bucket, which was called BackupEDGE-US-East on Wasabi. Enter the access key that you downloaded previously in the CSV file, and then enter the secret key that you downloaded previously. The S3CLOUD endpoint for Wasabi's US East region is s3.wasabisys.com. At this point, you can click Test URL. Clicking Test URL allows BackupEDGE to authenticate to Wasabi using the S3CLOUD endpoint chosen, log in using the access key and secret key, and then create and delete a few files and scan through them to make sure that we can successfully create backups on Wasabi. When finished, click OK. Enter a quota. Typically 1 terabyte is an appropriate number for Wasabi. Choose a compression level. 1 is the lowest compression, which is still very good. 9 is the highest. 5 is the default. When finished with that, click Next and then Done, and you've created the S3CLOUD resource. After creating it, you need to select it by clicking Admin, Set Default Backup Resource to S3CLOUD 0, and then you need to initialize that resource to prepare it for backups by clicking Admin, Initialize Medium. This again tests the connection and creates a control file or index file on S3CLOUD. Optionally, you can set your schedules to back up to the S3CLOUD resource by selecting Schedule, Basic Schedule, and changing the primary resource to S3CLOUD 0 and clicking Save. And you can do this for any other schedules if you're using the advanced scheduler. That's it. Now you're set to use BackupEDGE and write to Wasabi for all of your backups. Thanks for watching this lesson. Please check our website at www.microlite.com or our YouTube channel for additional lessons and helpful hints on using BackupEDGE.